What's going on, guys? This is David here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to jailbreak iOS 9.2 through 9.3.3 on device using the airplane mode method. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started in today's video. So if I go to settings, general, and about and scroll down the version, you guys can see it says 9.3.3. So that's the firmware we want to be on. So I'm going to go ahead and open up system security info, which is Ionix app, and you guys can see it says jailbreak, no jailbreak found. And now this is kind of a cool little way to show you guys that I don't have a jailbreak on this device as of right now, but we are going to get a jailbreak on this device. So if you haven't already, I would go ahead and make sure that you upgrade to iOS 9.3.3 to do this process. Or if you need to actually, go ahead and downgrade, a link will be down below in the description to a tutorial I did. Make sure you go ahead and do that before it's too late so you can actually use this jailbreak and jailbreak your device on iOS 9.3.3. So now real quickly what we're going to do is we're going to go back into settings and turn on never for auto lock just to make sure that this whole process runs smoothly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually go ahead and go down below in the description again, and I'm going to put these two links down below in the description. So one of them is for the Chinese app. So that came with the first version of the Pangu jailbreak, and then the second one is the English app, and that came with the 1.1. This is the 1-year certificate version, came with the 1.1 update. So these both actually install the same way. Now I found that the PP jailbreak app actually kind of installs a little bit better. So it's going to ask if we would like to install it, so we can go ahead and press install, and it says installing, press the home button to view, so we'll do that, and there it is. It has started to actually download. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to place it all the way to the right hand corner of the screen, top right hand corner. So now what we're going to do is we're going to slide up on our device to actually toggle on airplane mode via control center. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this go all the way till about halfway where it changes from loading to installing. And once it changes from loading to installing, the second it changes from loading to installing, when it says installing, we're going to go ahead and put our device in airplane mode. Once we do that, if we actually do it right and we get the timing right, the app should actually go ahead and install the rest of the way, and we should be able to successfully install the app. So it's almost halfway here. We're going to wait. So the airplane mode method has actually been out for a little while, but it was really difficult to me to actually figure out. It takes a lot of time and effort sometimes, so just keep that in mind, that if it doesn't work automatically, just keep trying, but it should actually finish up right here. So there it is. We can go ahead and tap on airplane mode, and we toggled it on, and the app actually successfully installed. So that was the Chinese version of the app. The English version of the app was not so easy to install. So for whatever reason, I actually found that if you install the Chinese version first and then install the English version after that, it actually is easier to go ahead and make it so the English version of the app actually installs successfully. Now, I've had my fair share of bugs and issues with it, with doing it this way. What actually would happen is the English version of the Pangu app would just randomly crash out and then wouldn't let me open it, and then, I would have to jailbreak with the Chinese version. So it's kind of weird. So my guess is we probably shouldn't have both of them installed at the exact same time. But yeah, so anyway, it's going to go ahead and finish up. There we go. And you guys could see it was so easy to get that done. For whatever reason, I don't understand why, when I just tried to independently install the English version of the app before I installed the Chinese version of the app, it did not work. I don't understand why this is. My guess is that I think it might be using the same untrusted enterprise developer certificate. It looks like it is, and I think that is probably the reason why it's doing that. I think it's kind of confused as to what certificates to trust versus what not to. But as you guys can see, we could go to settings, general, and then device management, and we could tap on Beijing, Hong Kong, online technology, all that, and go ahead and press trust. And there you go. So now both apps are trusted. So again, you guys can see if I actually go ahead and open up the Pengu app, it's going to crash right out. And I don't know why it did that. But you guys can see when I actually go ahead and do it right now, boom, just crashes right out. But then when I opened up the Chinese version of the Pengu app, the initial one, you guys could see it works just fine. And I really couldn't figure out why that is. And then now this happened, and it said Pengu would like to send you notifications, and it said press start button to re-enable jailbreak. The issue with that is that this device isn't jailbroken yet. So I don't know why it was showing that message. It should say that, to jailbreak the device instead of to re-enable the jailbreak. So because I don't actually have a jailbreak on there yet. So we're going to go ahead and tap the screen, lock the device, and we should be getting a notification shortly. I went ahead and just went with this the first time around, but I think I have another cut where I actually did the English version, so I think I'm going to show that after this. But yeah, it's these actually can be installed both the exact same way, just by using the airplane method trick. And the trick to that is the fact that we're working off of revoked developer certificates from these two websites. And basically what it does is it goes basically all the way through until it checks Apple servers to see whether or not that the certificate is actually revoked or expired or any of that. And if it is revoked or expired, obviously it'll fail. But this, toggling on airplane mode bypasses that check, and then it'll just go ahead and install it. But there are some times where it doesn't actually, work correctly, and, it won't actually 100% install. So you guys could see now if I go into the Pengu app, it's going to say untrusted enterprise developer. But the weird part is we already have that app trusted because we already have that, certificate trusted, that profile trusted for that company. So it's a little weird why it didn't actually function correctly. Cydia is now on our home screen, so we do know that the jailbreak was successful. So as I said, this time around, for some reason, somehow I actually ended up getting the Pengu English version of the jailbreak to work. Now this is a little bit confusing the way I got it to work, because I went in here and then just retrusted the certificate, which didn't make a whole lot of sense. And you guys will actually be able to see I just keep trying and it keeps crashing. And I was not fully understanding the reason why it was doing this, but I think I might have figured it out. I think, like I said, because I have both the Chinese version and the English version downloaded and it's the same certificate, I think it got confused, and I don't think it actually functions correctly when it has two apps with the same certificate. So I think that could be attributed to why I keep getting this issue with it crashing. But what's really, really weird is if I actually go into the Chinese app, it'll ask me for notifications, press OK, then go back into the Pengu app, and all of a sudden it loads. So I don't know why, but it did, and now I can actually go ahead and lock the device and re-enable the jailbreak this way. So it says jailbreak succeeded, but still needs a few minutes to respring. So this was actually after I powered off the device and then powered it back on, because this is a semi-tethered jailbreak, meaning that if you turn off your device and turn it back on, the jailbroken state will not actually be there. It will be in a stock-esque kind of state. And then what you'll have to do is you'll have to actually go ahead and use either the Pengu app or the Chinese app. The Pengu app is just as simple as pressing the start button, locking the device, waiting for the notification, and then it'll go ahead and reboot into the jailbroken state. The Chinese app is just going ahead and tapping inside the circle, locking your device, waiting for the notification, and then waiting until the respring, and then it should be back up and working again. So if for whatever reason this actually does not end up working for you, I did create a tutorial on how to actually jailbreak iOS 9.2 through 9.3.3 on Mac OS 10, Windows, and Linux using Cydia Impactor. So if you have access to a computer, this way 100% works, and it is guaranteed that you should be able to jailbreak using this. So if you are having a lot of issues getting this method to work, and you want to jailbreak still, then go ahead and check that video out down below. So real quick before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys that now if I go into this app, it says custom jailbreak detected, and you guys can see some files do actually exist. And there you go. So it does verify the fact that we are jailbroken on iOS 9.3.3. Now, the Pengu app was trying to install because I had a lot of errors with this when I was recording and I was trying to get it to install. But as you guys can see, for whatever reason, the English version of the app is more difficult to actually get installed. I don't understand why, but in my experience, that is the case. So again, if the English version of the app is not working and it's not installing, try the Chinese version. If the Chinese version of the app is not installing, try the English version. And if neither are working, try the one with the computer if you have access to one. The links for all of that will be down below in the description. Alright guys, that pretty much does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is David signing out. Peace.